Hey there, it's Elizabeth, and welcome back to another Ramble session on a Monday. I hope y'all are doing well. I hope you had a great week and a lovely weekend. And today is just going to be like a sort of clean off my desk, as it normally is, I guess. Yeah. So let's just start with my journal here, shall we? This is a journal that I made out of a hanging file folder because I was in need of a new journal for November and December. My past journal was getting too big and bulky, so I was not able to add, November and December in, and so I went ahead and did this one. Very simple, very, very simple to do, and I do believe this Friday will start the making of this. Okay, so on Fridays, I've been having a series of how to make a junk journal. And so, yeah, I'll put the playlists below for you in the description box. Always check the description box. Oh, and if you're new here, welcome. So yes, on Fridays, I've been doing this series on how to make a junk journal, and I've made one from, let's see, an old book. So there's a playlist for that. I've made one from a Propel bottle, or no, not a Propel bottle, a Propel box. So it's a tiny small journal. It's right here. So this one here I made, and I have a series for that, and then I have a series for this one here. And so there's that for you. Let me just hope. I put you guys on airplane mode because I don't want any more calls right now while I'm filming, because it shuts it off. And anyway, so this is how it started out. It's just I guess what you would term a junk journal. I just took various papers from my stash, put them all together. I think I put, there are 2 signatures in here, I know that, but I do believe that I put in, let's scooch this stuff over. I do believe that I put in 8 to 10 pages per signature. And then as I'm going along, normally if I do a journal for 2 months, right? Where is it? Okay, yeah. Here's the first, this is going to be my November, and this is going to be my December part of the journal. And yeah, normally I put in 8 pages because I do a page a day. But I put in a few more because there were some pages in here, like this one here, that I'm probably not even going to journal on. They were just pretty pages, and so I decided to just add them in, and I probably won't even journal on them, or this page here, right? So anyway, I hope that makes sense. What I have found, and I have enjoyed working in this quite a lot, all the pages are different sizes and shapes and whatnot. And so I've had to, be a little bit more creative with how I assemble the pages, and, putting in tuck spots, and, which I love doing. I love tucks, tags, and pockets. I'm just not used to such a small area to, and, yeah, so, but it's been really fun to work in, I've made just little pockets here and there, made a little booklet here, because on this day, the 1st of November, I made this journal, right? And so I just made a sweet little booklet here to put my journaling in. And yeah, so it's been going along well. It's a little tuck spot, more doctor drama. That's my life story. I've been pressing flowers and all that stuff. Yeah, some days are just plain, right? Just flat journaling, more pressed petals. That's been a lot of fun. Just a slight bit of journaling because really the pictures make up for the journaling, right? So I had phone calls this day, I filmed this day, and we watched a show. So yeah, and so that's how it's been going. However, I have noticed that I do, I'm probably going to need a little bit more space, and so I hope this isn't too glary, but of course, on the 8th of November, we had election day, you know, and so I put in like this, in this little pocket here, I put in my sample ballot that I did, and I can put a tag in here of what happened that day. But what I did notice as well is, yes, I added this in. So this is, oh, that's not sticking. Okay, none of it's sticking. So let's see. This is like a, obviously, if you can see it, it's a brie package. My husband got me some brie cheese and it's really yummy. So I decided just to use the bag itself, and I'm not sure, it appears as though I used just a glue stick. Why I would have done that, I have no idea. So we're just gonna glue this in, and the glue that I use is PVA or pH neutral PVA bookbinding glue. And so the link will be below. I think I put that glue on there, so I don't know. We'll have to see if it continues to come up. Why? Then we'll have to find a different solution, and my only solution would be to use my Xyron machine. So yeah, this is like a plasticky material, so, and it's kind of waxy, so sometimes it just doesn't work, you know. And then I just stapled on that I did some filming this day, and then this was our week right here. Hurricane Nicole. Oh gosh. So yeah, everything's fine where I live. It actually hit just north of us. So we were in the red here, right? And we were in the direct path, and then I think later on Wednesday, when it actually made landfall, it made landfall north of us. So we made out really well, you know, but we did leave to go down to Sunshine, our son and our daughter's place that is south of here, because we just did not want to go through a hurricane. It was slated here, it says Tropical Storm Nicole, because this was on Tuesday, but then either that evening or the next morning, they had it as a hurricane. So yeah, and then to top it all off, I must have made some phone calls. Yes, on Tuesday I call my stepmom, so that's for that. And then we traveled on Tuesday to go down to our kids' place to ride out the storm there. We knew it wasn't going to be all that terrible here where we live. However, on that day, that morning, we had a total lunar eclipse, and we had the blood moon, which was really cool to see, by the way. I was up like super early that morning, so I saw the whole eclipse and the blood moon, and it was really cool. But what that does is it messes with the tides, okay? And we live on the water, so yeah, and not only that, this year, I guess it's a yearly event, I'm not really sure, but we have a king tide as well, and we were expected to get a 3 to 5 foot storm surge. So yeah, so my husband and I decided, yep, we're just gonna go down to Bubba and Sissy's house and stay with them just for a few days till it's all over. We were fully expecting to come home to our downstairs living area. It's not really a living area. Let me retract that. Downstairs we have, it is sort of a, what's it called? Kind of like a studio apartment. Yeah, we'll just call it that. So it's like got a big living area down there with like a sleeper sofa and chairs and coffee table and an armoire and a TV stand. It's a really big room. And then we have like a little kitchenette thing with counters and all that, and we have a full bathroom down there. The only thing is that it's on the same level. Well, it's about like 5 or 6 inches up from our actual dock. Okay, so yeah, we were very worried. Let me just put it that way. We were very worried that the storm with the surge was going to bring water directly into our home, and we just did not want to be up here to just, you know, be looking out the window and how high is the water and oh my goodness and all of that. We don't need that, right? So we went down to our sons and daughters' place. Excuse me. So that evening, like this whole day, we spent prepping, putting shutters up, bringing everything of value, right, that is in our downstairs upstairs. And yeah, after doing all that and getting everything situated, oh my goodness, we even like because we have a lower level and it is, I mean, for all intents and purposes, it's like dock level, right? So it also includes our garage. We have a 2-car garage. And so we had to lift everything that was up in the garage up off the ground. So if we did get water, you know, nothing would be ruined. That includes like our generator, our gas powered generator. So we both have to we had to lift that monster into the back of my husband's truck. And then we have like a small freezer that serves as a bait freezer and also a food freezer, but so we have that in our garage. So we unloaded it first, but we lifted that thing up onto the back of my husband's truck and plugged it in so that, you know, we would still have frozen food and it wouldn't all go to waste and whatever. Oh my gosh, was it ever a day? So we left around 2:30ish and we headed down to our sons and daughters' place. And then my daughter ordered Outback that night for her and me. And yeah, so I just made this into a tuck spot. So all of that to say that as I'm journaling along, I'm using more than just a page per day, I guess. I don't know. We'll just see how it goes, right? Like if I run out of papers or pages to use, then I'll just simply put these things in, right? And just tip things in and make pockets, tags, tucks, whatever, you know, so it'll all work out. I'll probably put some journaling in here. This has to do with the blood moon. I'll write about that. This has to do with our Outback dinner that night because and it was rainy this evening too because they were starting to get the outer bands of the storm. And yes, my heart does go out for those north of us. Daytona Beach got hit hard right along the coast. A lot of beach erosion and all that goes along with a hurricane. And I've lived in Florida my entire life, and I don't think we've ever, not that I can remember anyway, I don't think we've ever had a hurricane this late in the season. The season ends November 30th, so I'm taking a sip of coffee. So yeah. So there was that. So I'm going to write about this. And then, so we ordered our dinner online and she just wanted a steak and blue cheese salad, I think. So we go there, excuse me, we pick it up, we bring it home, which it's less than like 5 miles from the house. And we get home and we open it up and there's no steak, there's like pecans on it. Anyway, we got the wrong steak. So we had to go back and pick up the right one. So we did that. And yeah, my daughter graciously gave us her room, so we had a bed to sleep in and all of that, and it was nice seeing them. And then this right here, what I had done was I cut out my letters as I do. I hope you can see that. Yeah. And it says Hurricane Nicole. And so that is going to stretch across these 2 pages, and this I do believe is going to be Wednesday, I think. I don't know. And then such a sweet picture, like the next morning, yeah, Wednesday morning. This is my sweet hubby, and my daughter. She slept on the couch. And I love, like, I was sitting at the bar and it's like it doesn't matter. Anyway, I was looking at them on the couch and my daughter, had her bed set up on the couch or whatever. And my husband went to go sit down and she just, like nuzzled into his arms, and I just think it's so precious, and I got a picture of it because it's just precious, that my daughter still likes to cuddle with her dad, and yeah, it's a beautiful thing, folks, a beautiful thing. So, yeah, this is going to be about Wednesday, and my husband was feeling really, really poor this day. One of you asked me as well, like, if I didn't mind what's going on with my husband, because I always talk about him and say whether I guess he's having a good day or a bad day or whatever. My husband has, it's a chronic pain disorder brought on by the doctors not taking his gallbladder out when they should have. They waited a few years to do it until finally a test showed that there was something wrong with it, even though we knew there was something wrong with it all along, but whatever, not going to go there. And so by them waiting as long as they did, it has now caused permanent damage to his pancreas. And so he pretty much has chronic pancreatitis because of it, I do believe. And I think that's what the surgeon had told him. And he's basically just going to have to live with pain. He can't eat properly either. And he hasn't been able to eat properly for several years. He pretty much lives on Boost and Lance crackers. That's about it. Yeah, so that's my husband's story. And, he has, not really good days, I mean, he either, if he's having a good day, he's still in pain, but he can still function. And then he goes sometimes downhill quickly, and he's just laid out on the couch just in pain constantly. He also has an intrathecal pump, which is like a literal pump that pumps medication into his body. It's like the pump is like it's surgically embedded in his belly, and it's attached to his spine. And yeah, so it gives constant pain medication. And so that's the story on my husband. So yeah, he, yeah, that's that. But on a different note, and on a good note, medically speaking, and for those of you who have POTS, which some of you have stated to me that you as well have POTS, and when I've mentioned it before, that is the condition that I have. And POTS is postural orthostatic tachycardia syndrome. Yeah. I was pretty much born with it. It was triggered back in like 2010. And of course, I've had it ever since, obviously. But I'm being treated well for it. And I, can pretty much live a normal life, as normal as it can be. But yeah. So the good news, though, is that I follow Dysautonomia International. POTS is a form of dysautonomia, which means your autonomic nervous system does not function properly. And it affects a lot of different things. Your blood pressure, your heart rate, your sweating, your eyesight, just like so many things. Everything your body does automatically, my body does not do. So, but good news is that Dysautonomia International, and I'll leave the link below for those of you who need the information, they have now finally got a code for clinicians. Okay, so like when you go into the doctor and you're diagnosed with POTS, they never had a code for that. If you go into the doctor and you have, let's say, a sinus infection or whatever, there's a code for that. They never had one for POTS before, and now they do. So I'm having to change my primary care physician because I moved, right? And so I can take this letter to her, and I can say, this is my diagnosis code, right? So that is fantastic news for people that suffer with POTS. So if you need one of these letters, I will put the link below for you. And so there's that. And then while I was at my son's place, look what they did here. Oh my goodness. They had a Halloween party, right? And so they got these sugar skulls at Michael's. And this is my daughter's, this is my son's girlfriend's, and this is my son's in varying stages of completion. They were still working on them. But they were so stinking cute, so I had to take a picture of it. And I told my kids, I said, I have to take a picture of these because guess what? Y'all don't send me pictures, okay? You never send me pictures. So anyway, so yeah, we're going to fill while I'm yammering still, we're going to fill some of this up. Okay, so let's see. This is all going to be Tuesday, right? Like this inside here, this, and then this. And let me tell you, on Tuesday as well was election day. So both of us went and voted. My husband was feeling so poorly because we had done so much work that morning, just, you know, prepping for the storm. And we waited in line for 45 minutes. Oh my goodness. And it was so windy. And like, we're right. It's hard to explain. We live in a cove, right? But then there's like a main street right beyond that cove, and then the ocean is right there, right? So it's like the ocean is like a 10-minute walk from my house. And where we had to go vote, there was it was you know, like a condo right on the ocean. And it was so windy. It was so windy, and the ocean was angry already, and yeah. So this is going to go for Wednesday. All of these, well, the days that I'm using are all from Loveland's Life, and I'm using smaller ones because my pages are so much smaller. So that goes on Wednesday. And then what was I using? And I'm using this thing here, which is a really old Happy Planner, whatever. And I'm using all of these up for the numbers of the months because, again, the pages are small, you know. And so, yeah, this is going to be Wednesday. And we didn't do anything because it was rainy, obviously because of the storm. And my husband wasn't feeling well. So, yeah, they painted some more on their skulls, and we played this thing called Trivia Mania. It's on Netflix, I think, and you like sync it to your phone or whatever. It was super fun. So yeah, the four of us played that evening. And then on this side here, this was actually a flap. Oh, and this background right here is from Johanna. I'll leave her link below. It is one of her digital kits, I believe, from November, but super pretty. I love it. And then this whole page, you know, like opened up. So I just folded it over and I glued it here, and I'm going to make a pocket. We came home this day. I'm not sure if I'm going to cover this up or not. I might or might not. And so this was on Thursday. So I'll just tuck that in there. And I have my Friday and Saturday. And I was super tired that day. Yeah, so we came home, and we still, I mean, it's Sunday today, and we still have not taken down the shutters. We have not brought all the boxes back downstairs. We're just tired, guys. We're tired. And so, yeah, so I'll just do a tag or something and write about what happened that day. And then let me think, what did we do on, oh, then I have these stickers out. These are super shiny, sorry for the glare. And these American flag stickers for Veterans Day. So yes, thank you to all who have served, and yes, in our armed forces, for including my brother. So yeah, so that's that. And then yesterday was Saturday. Okay, so Saturday's gonna go here. I guess I don't have one of these cut out yet. No, I don't have one of these cut out yet. But we again went to Bagel Break. Oh my goodness. So funny because like we went, my mother-in-law, my aunt, my husband's aunt, my mother-in-law, and I went to the Bagel Break on, when did we go? Well, we all together went last week on Saturday, and then we went again with just my aunt, myself, and my mother-in-law. We went before my aunt headed home to where she lives. We went and had breakfast with her at Bagel Break. And then yesterday, my mother-in-law, I was working in my room, and my mother-in-law texted me and said, hey, you know, my sister-in-law, Kathy and I are going to the Bagel Break for breakfast. Do you want to go? And I said, why, sure. So I went with them again. Yeah, they have really good breakfast there, and they have really good bagels. I mean, the best darn bagels in town, you know. And they have yummy cream cheese, and they have this really awesome breakfast special. So yeah, so I went there that day too. And then, what was it? Oh, while we were there, they were having an air show in town. There's a small airstrip on the mainland, and they were doing an air show. So we saw a bunch of like helicopters and a bunch of airplanes and doing what tricks? I don't know what you call it, but anyway, there's that. And then yesterday morning as well, like, oh my goodness, look at this. This is out our dock. It was so foggy. See, this is the cove we live in. This is a mangroves, all right, mangroves, which during the storm, apparently from what I've heard from the people that live, that stayed on the island. I live on an island that's actually on an island. Anyway, and from the people that stayed here during the storm, they said the water actually did come up. It didn't get in our house though, so I'm not sure if our elevation is a little higher or what, but it did, breach it breached a lot of the walls around the island, but breached the wall and actually came over the road. And so when I went out walking, whenever it was, Thursday, we left, Friday morning, I guess, there were just mangrove seed pods all over the place, like all over the road, in piles everywhere, right? So anyway, so Friday when I got up, this is what it looked like. It was so foggy, and then this is looking down like toward the south, and there's usually like you can see the condos over by the ocean side, and you can see like the little bridge that takes you to the island that I live on, and you could see nothing. So yeah, that was interesting. So that goes on this day. Yeah, that's Friday. And then this here is going to go on Thursday. This is my sweet family, my son, his girlfriend, and my husband and me, and Remy and my daughter. And then this is the four of us. So I don't know if it's glary or not. Sorry. So that's going to go in there. And then, yeah, this is for Saturday. And then I'll write about that. And pretty much all I did was go out to breakfast. And then what? Oh, wait, I have more stuff. Yeah, I came home. I did work in my room before I left, right? And let me think here. I think Friday, yes. On Friday, we did go out and we got this because back like a week ago, it was super windy out, and we went and got an umbrella for out back. But yeah, what happened? It was super windy. We had left our old umbrella up, and it was in a like one of those old like vintage concrete pedestal tables, right? We got home from going out, the thing had tipped over and broken. So we had to go replace that. So on this day here, we did get like a new umbrella, and it's a fairly, like, we paid $40 and it's like super cheap, you know what I mean? But anyway, we got it at Old Time Pottery. So I did want to put this in here somehow. So yeah, like I said, I'm gonna have a lot of flips and flaps and tucks and whatnot, so it was foggy out. We went out this day. We also went to Chick-fil-A, and we went to the Dollar Tree. And can I tell you, we are full-fledged old people, okay? Full-fledged old people, all right? I don't know about y'all, okay? But did your grandparents ever have, like, a candy cupboard or a sweets cupboard, like where there was candy and chocolate and cookies and just a bunch of sweet crap food, right? Like, oh my gosh. We've turned into that. We have now turned into that, okay? Yeah. And if you'll notice, so I got more of these because I love these things. Caramel apple filled Werther's Original. Oh my gosh. And I mean, don't think that I just sit there and eat the whole bag. No. I am the type of person that I will have like one, and that's it, and I'm good, So we got these cow tails, which are from Getz, I think, and they're the same ones as, I think, did I even put it in here? I don't know if I put it in here or not. But yeah, so we went and got a load of candy at the Dollar Tree. No, maybe I didn't put it in here. It must have been in my old journal, in the previous journal, but oh my gosh. You guys, like, yeah, now we have this whole cupboard that is filled with chocolate, every kind of candy. We have a candy bowl now, okay? We have a candy dish. Guys, oh my gosh, does that not scream old person or what? Okay, I remember going into my grandmother's house and she had that, it was like a tin, I guess, or yeah, like this round tin like looking thing. And inside were these round hard candies and they were always stuck together, right? So you had to like pry them apart and yeah. So she had that. And then this ribbon was just around hardware inside. Hardware included or something. Yeah, hardware inside. But it's like yeah, hardware inside. This came from the 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 umbrella, right? So my husband's like, "Oh, give me that. I'll throw it away." I'm like, "No, you won't. Yeah, I'm going to keep that. Why not? It's a red thing, you know? I can put it in my journal." So I don't know where these are going to go, but these do make really good, you know, like little pockets. You know, you just tip them in like that, or you tip them in like that, and you have a ready-made, you know, pocket. They're just fun to use, so I always keep these things. In fact, I fished this out of the garbage. My husband had thrown it away, which he normally does not do. So, let's see, what else? What else? Yeah, I mean, the whole week was consumed with storm stuff, you know, so I have not really been in here to craft much at all. Yesterday, I did set up another glue book thing, so I'm going to be doing that. And coming up on, well, of course, today's Monday, so is the Ramble session. Then Wednesdays, I'm going to be doing a mix of flip throughs of my old my journal before this. So upcoming will be July's flip through, and then I'll kind of put in some glue booking in between that and then do another set of flip throughs. My flip throughs normally go 2 videos, if that makes sense. So I do like the first half of July and then the second half of July. And yes, I'm back in July, right? Even though I know it's November. And so those will be coming in on a Wednesday, and then on Fridays I will have the How to Make a Junk Journal series, how I made this junk journal. And I don't know where I'm going to go from there. Maybe a clasp journal next, but that will be like well into, you know, into December. And now it's kind of too late for me to really do a Christmas journal, but I do have what I will put below, I think, is as far as Christmas goes, is I will put, maybe I have a couple older videos where I made like a Christmas card journal. I don't even know where they are, quite honestly. Are they in here? I don't know. Yeah, they're like, okay, wait, here, this might be one. This right here, right? This is from 2018, and I made a journal. This is from my sweet sister. Yeah, I made a journal using a golden book, and I just love the way that these come out. They're just so, like, I don't know. This isn't an old book, but they just come out very neat and tidy. And if you've been on here at all, you know that I'm a fan of neat and tidy as far as journal making. But these are such sweet books, and they're so easy to make. And then on the inside, what I do is I make, let me just make sure. Okay. I make 2 signatures out of old Christmas paper, which I don't even have that anymore because I got rid of it all. But yeah, and then I just simply paste the Christmas cards that I get through the mail, right? Yeah, so that's how that looks. They come out super cute. I happen to enjoy keeping my Christmas cards. Oh, look, I have an extra space there. I could put her Christmas card there. Yeah, because see, like on the first page, let me see where that just went. On the first, where is it? Yeah, there we go. That looks cute there. So on the first page, what I do, this, again, this is back in 2018, but I put a picture of our family, and then inside here with a little tab on it, I have our Christmas letter, okay, that I send out. And so, yeah, they come out super cute. They're super easy to make, right? Just nice, neat, cute. You can use something like this for your December daily if you do that. I don't do it, but if you do it, you could use it for that. Yeah, so I think, I'm pretty sure I have a video on how I do this. I don't know. But I'll check and see. I'll check and see, but isn't that a sweet journal? It just comes out so cute. So anyway, that's my Christmas thing. I'm not going to have time to do or make a Christmas journal this year. But yeah, so we'll see what happens. I'll try to find the link and put it below. Otherwise, yes. And then look what I did here. I put ramble, 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 and it's all on Tuesdays, so I had to put arrows. No, I don't know what I was looking at, but anyhow, yeah, I'm going to try to do my journaling. Make sure you check the links below, okay? I'll have the links to everything that I mentioned. Any person that I mentioned that has a YouTube channel will be below, as well as the series for the how to make a junk journal and the Christmas series. If I have one, I have to look and see. And whatever else I mentioned, okay? So yes, okay, I'm hoping to sit in here and do something today. I don't know. It's always a crapshoot. Yeah, it is. Like sometimes I can come in here and work all day long, and other times I don't. Or, you know, my husband would like to just watch a show and relax, and so I do that, and so we'll see. But yeah, so again, make sure you check the links below. If you like this video, please consider hitting the subscribe button. It just helps me and my videos to be seen, you know, well, not me, but my videos to be seen on YouTube, and I'd appreciate that. Thank you so much. And yeah, I hope y'all have a great rest of your week. And I hope y'all have a great rest of your day. And I will talk to y'all real soon. Bye for now.